Today we are taking a look at Rem from Re-Zero, starting life in another world. This is the Sweet Angel version in the Relax timeline by Banpresto. Rem is one of the twin maids and is a prominent character in the series. She is a demon who possesses immense physical strength, often contrasting with her polite and reserved maid persona, known for her blue hair and unwavering devotion to the protagonist. Today's highlights for this figure are the high-density, pure angel aesthetic, the delicate winking expression, and the intricate back details. The design combines frills, wings, and varied material textures to establish a convincing angelic theme, managing to layer these elements without the silhouette feeling cluttered or over-designed, creating a harmonious balance of white-on-white tones that is difficult to achieve. The winking expression and reserved mouth create a sense of fleeting fragility rather than simple, energetic cuteness, capturing a quiet, intimate moment that feels consistent with the relaxed time concept and sets it apart from more dynamic action figures. Finally, the back view offers surprising visual density, contrasting individually sculpted matte feathers with semi-transparent draping parts that catch the light, ensuring the figure remains visually engaging from every angle and rewarding those who display it in an open space. This channel brings you figure reviews and anime merchandise updates straight from Japan. If you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. The head sculpt immediately establishes the figure's ethereal theme through the use of mixed materials and careful shaping. A halo made of clear material floats above the head, attached by a slender support that minimizes visual distraction. This transparency prevents the accessory from feeling heavy, allowing the angel motif to exist naturally within the composition. The way the light passes through the clear ring ensures that it does not cast harsh shadows on the hair, maintaining the soft atmosphere of the piece. The hair itself is sculpted into a rounded short bob, finished in a single shade of pale blue that remains consistent across the surface. The sculpting of the hair strands is particularly detailed, with deep grooves defining the flow of the locks as they curve around the shape of the skull, creating a sense of volume and softness. The heavy bangs sweep across the forehead, partially covering one eye in a way that adds volume to the front profile and frames the face with a soft, rounded silhouette that emphasizes the youthfulness of the character. The way the hair tucks behind the ear on the open side reveals the clean line of the jaw, adding a touch of maturity to the otherwise cute design. On either side of the head, small wings serve as accents. These clips are molded with distinct feather layering, reinforcing the thematic identity of the figure even when viewed from the front. The face is sculpted with a delicate touch, prioritizing a quiet and reserved atmosphere over strong emotion. The cheeks feature a very faint, soft blush that adds warmth to the pale skin tone without looking like makeup. The mouth is carved as a small, tightly closed line, suggesting a moment of silence or secrecy. This minimal sculpting choice focuses attention on the eyes. One eye is closed in a wink, represented by a cleanly printed arc that follows the natural curve of the eyelid. The other remains open, featuring a sharp blue gradient that transitions from a deep navy at the top to a lighter turquoise at the bottom. The iris is detailed with distinct white highlights and a clear dark outline, which contrasts sharply against the pale skin tone, drawing the viewer's focus directly to her gaze. This combination of the winking eye and the reserved mouth creates a serene expression that feels consistent with the Relax Time label. The upper body is defined by a slender frame that emphasizes the character's delicate proportions. The outfit features an off-shoulder design that fully exposes the collarbones and the line of the shoulders, creating a clean and unobstructed silhouette that highlights the sculpt of the clavicles. The transition from the skin to the fabric is handled with a slight impression, suggesting the tension of the elastic holding the dress in place without digging in too deeply. A large ribbon sits at the center of the chest, acting as a primary focal point for the front view. This ribbon is sculpted with soft folds and gentle varying thickness. Around the neck, the fabric stands up in a frilled collar, adorned with a smaller ribbon that adds a second layer of decoration. This layering of frills creates a rich visual texture that contrasts with the smooth finish of the skin. The sleeves are loose and terminate in frilled wrist cuffs, adding volume to the slender arms without hiding their shape, creating a ballooning effect that adds to the soft aesthetic. Despite the high number of decorative elements like frills and ribbons, the entire outfit is unified in a single white color scheme. One arm is raised, bringing a hand toward the eye, with the fingers sculpted in a relaxed curl that tapers elegantly at the tips, showing the detail of the fingernails. The other arm supports the pose, showing a slight engage of the muscles in the forearm. Turning to the back, the figure reveals a high density of visual information. Two large wings extend from the shoulder blades, featuring intricate surface sculpting where individual feathers are carved into the material. These wings have a matte finish that diffuses light softly, contrasting sharply with the semi-transparent sheer parts draping down from the back. These sheer parts have a glossier texture, catching reflections and creating a silky look that differs from the dry feather texture. The lower body continues the theme of softness and relaxation through both the pose and the outfit details. The skirt is short with a hemline cut in a wave pattern, mimicking the organic flow of the frills seen on the upper body. The skirt flares out slightly as it rests on the legs, creating a credible sense of fabric displacement caused by the sitting pose, with folds radiating outward from the hips where the fabric gathers. Beneath the hem, the legs are bare, showcasing a smooth and clean sculpting style that highlights the natural curvature of the limbs. A thigh band with frilled edges wraps around one leg, breaking up the expanse of skin and tying the lower body aesthetics back to the main outfit. This accessory is sculpted to look like it is resting snug against the thigh, adding a touch of asymmetry to the design that prevents the white outfit from looking too uniform. The pose is a kneeling variation, with the hips settling onto the heels in a compact and stable stance. The feet are bare, with the toes aligned in a relaxed, natural manner, avoiding rigid tension or exaggeration. The faint sculpting of the ankles and the arch of the foot adds to the realism of the anatomy, giving the impressive that the body has weight and mass. The integration of the kneeling posture with the upper body's gesture creates a cohesive silhouette that feels contained yet expressive. The way the legs fold beneath the body emphasizes the fragile atmosphere of the figure, reinforcing the fleeting impression mentioned earlier. The contact points where the legs meet the ground are flattened slightly, simulating the compression of soft skin against a hard surface. This figure is approximately 13 centimeters tall. That's about 5 inches. For size comparison, here's a 350 milliliter can. That's about 12 ounces in the US. Overall, Rem in the Relax Time Sweet Angel version combines a pure angel theme with a kneeling pose. The design utilizes a unified white aesthetic, balancing the high density of decorative frills on the outfit with the slender silhouette of the limbs. The decision to use a monochromatic palette places the emphasis entirely on the sculpting details rather than complex paint applications, requiring the physical depth of the folds and layers to create visual interest through natural light and shadow. The head sculpt functions as the primary focal point, utilizing a transparent halo accessory and a winking expression to align with the relaxed concept of the figure line. The halo is supported by a thin post that blends into the hair, minimizing its visual weight, while the pale blue hair paint remains the only significant deviation from the white color scheme, drawing the eye immediately to the face. The upper body sculpting is defined by the contrast between different material finishes, specifically the matte carving of the feathered wings versus the glossier, semi-transparent sheer parts on the back. This texture variance prevents the large white surfaces from appearing flat or uniform, adding a layer of complexity that rewards close inspection of the rear view. The lower body features a stable kneeling stance that emphasizes the visual weight of the hips while keeping the pose compact. The way the skirt drapes over the legs and pools on the ground provides a solid base for the figure, ensuring stability without the need for a large, intrusive stand. Furthermore, the cohesive execution of these elements results in a figure that maintains a high level of detail density throughout. The feathers on the wings are individually carved with central spines. The frills on the sleeves and skirt hem are molded with distinct waves, and the ribbon on the chest has realistic fabric folds. These small details accumulate to create a product that feels complete and well considered in its engineering. Because of this cohesive design and execution, fans of ReZero, Starting Life in Another World, or Rem will find this to be a meaningful addition to their collection. Collectors who appreciate a soft, high-detail aesthetic with a unified color palette will find the design effectively implemented. That's it for this video. If there's any part of the figure you liked, feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.